We are dealing with what is a global food insecurity challenge and even crisis. Pre-existing conditions, COVID, climate, and now conflict. All of these together have helped create a perfect storm where food, particularly from some of the bread baskets for the world, Ukraine, Russia itself, are not available because of Russia's aggression. And as a result as well, prices have gone up for the food that is available. And we had a situation where a couple of years ago there were roughly 100 million people who were food insecure around the world. Before the Russian aggression, over the last couple of years, that's gone up to about 160 million. Now, an additional 40 million people, by expert accounts, are likely to be food insecure as a result directly of the Russian aggression. Because, to your point, what's happening is this. There are roughly 20 to 25 million tons of grain that are sitting in silos near Ukrainian ports in Odessa that can't even be moved to ships, in part because there are ships at the Odessa port, about 85 of them, full of this grain, and that can't move because of the Russian effective blockade of the ports. So the United Nations has been working, and the Secretary General, I applaud his efforts to see if he can find a way forward on this to allow the ships out to end this blockade. That work continues. At the same time, we're looking at every other possible route to get wheat, grains, other things out of Ukraine and onto world markets. All of that work is ongoing. In terms of what Russia risks, well, I would start with what's left of its reputation. It seeks relationships with countries around the world, including many countries that are now the victim of Russian aggression because of growing food insecurity resulting from that aggression. We were in New York about 10 days ago. We had the presidency, as you know, of the Security Council for the month of May. I focused our efforts on the food insecurity challenges that are being faced around the world, and many countries pointed out that a big part of this is the Russian aggression and the fact that food can't get out of Ukraine to where it's needed. So I think there's a growing recognition of countries around the world that the challenges that they're facing now, compounded by conflict, compounded by Russia's aggression, are due to what Russia is doing. I'd point out again that to those who are concerned that the sanctions we've imposed on Russia are somehow impeding the delivery of food, that is simply not true. The sanctions have exemptions for food, and including services necessary to make sure that food moves, like banking services. We've had one of our senior officials go around the world to make that very clear to other countries and to help them with any questions they may have. This is on Russia. And regardless of anything else, you would think the least that the Russians would do would be to make sure that other countries are not suffering from their aggression, despite the suffering they're imposing on the Ukrainians. With regard to timelines, Secretary General said it well. We can't predict how this is going to play out, when this is going to play out. As best we can assess right now, we are still looking at many months of conflict. Again, that could be over tomorrow if Russia chose to end the aggression. We don't see any signs of that right now. But it's a moving picture, as the Secretary General said. That's by definition what wars are. And I'll just repeat what I said. As long as this goes on, we want to make sure that Ukraine has in hand what it needs to defend itself, and we want to make sure that Russia is feeling strong pressure from as many countries as possible to end the aggression. That's the best way, we think, to bring the aggression to a close as soon as possible, to end the war, to get to diplomacy, and to stop the suffering.